I know I posted kind of it was a TikTok video I did that I just uploaded to YouTube that was just kind of like ballparking a lot of the stuff about the one world religion and how it's already here. Oh, it's unbelievable. It blows my mind. Because once you have the spirit of truth, dude, you can see the error in like almost everything. Especially the apostate church and what they cling to and claim and follow after and all the vain imaginations they come up with of what's what. Everybody's got this idea, and he put this on my heart because for a long time I've been trying to how is this going to work out? How are you going to have one world religion when you've got Islam, Muslim, Buddhist, Hindus, Christians, Catholics? It didn't make sense to me. How are you going to merge all the, how are you going to have people who've been in the church 30 years just all of a sudden merge with Muslims or Buddhists or Catholics? You see what I'm saying? It didn't make sense to me. And then all of a sudden it was like light bulb. And I went, oh, shit. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Wow. So, I'm going to read you some of what I got here. And hopefully I can kind of show this now. And again, the other problem with this is these are studies I have done that I added a lot of links to. I added a lot of pictures for visual representations. And I've got 4 different links here that show the mark of the beast, the queen of heaven, which I just did one on, post about Jesus being Baal and how they are graven images, and another post about Jesus being Baal. So it's going to be kind of hard. I think I might be able to take these post links and post them in the description or something that y'all can go to. That would probably be the easiest way, honestly. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So, anyways, what happened is the Spirit took what I had learned over the last 4 years and just went bam and put it all together. And it's a crap ton worth of digging. It's 4 years worth of studying and digging, and just the whole journey I've been on, and what the Father's opened my eyes to. So what makes and shows the one world religion is who they worship. It's always been Satan. It's always been that same perp. Always. So let's start with the hardest one to accept. Jesus. Jesus. That one. Cheez-Its. Because I don't even like really saying the name. So, Cheez-Its is a manifestation of Baal. He was created 1,700 years ago at the same time the Sabbath was changed and the Council of Nicaea put the American canon together. The deceptions have been going on for a very long time, as Satan is about that long game. So that clumps all the Christians, Orthodox, and Catholics together. Right? Because they all believe in Jesus. And in the post I show how he's pretty much fabricated, and he's just another image of Baal. They just made it look like this Cheez-Its character did all those things, but it's just a false image ascribed to the true Messiah's works and teachings. They twisted some of the scriptures to skew what the real Messiah was like or said. This is Jeremiah 8:8, the lion, pen, and the scribes. They've been in there and they have changed stuff to mislead you. Then you got who the Hindus worship. The Hindus worship Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. Again, start looking at their attributes and characteristics, and you'll see they are the same throughout history. Muslims and Islams, they worship Isis and Allah. Again, another persona of Satan and Baal. How about the Buddhists? Well, the Buddhists really don't worship any false deity image per se, but the attributes that are ascribed to all these false gods is the same attributes and the same way of thinking as the rest of them. The same attributes and practices. The Egyptians, Babylonians, Assyrians, Mesopotamians, Sumerians, Zoroastrianism, and all the rest of them all worship the same deity. Greek and Roman, Ephesians, all of them worship the same ones. They're all the same thing. Many different images for the same person. What you have to understand is how Satan works and deceives. He changes his appearance, which I've gotten into this. His name, he tweaks the attributes of himself throughout history, because obviously if he just like kept the same exact attributes across the board through all these different identities, you would pick up on that way easier. See, Satan is the great deceiver. He knows how to deceive you. He's even changed his image into women. Goddesses at the time. He adds attributes and personas to keep the trail cold so we don't see or realize we worship him. Anything he can do to keep us from worshiping the one true God of all creation. He's a master at that. The whole world has been deceived except for the very elect. If the whole world's been deceived but the very elect, what does that mean? Huh? Well, not me. I know my Jesus. Yeah, all right. You're going to know him. And then you're not going to want to know him when you're with him in the lake of fire. The very elect are those watchmen he has raised up in these last days to warn the people. The ones that have the Spirit of God in them. They cannot be deceived because the Father won't allow them to. The Spirit reveals all things to them. They are his pastors raised up, mentioned in Jeremiah 23:4, which says, "And I will set up shepherds over them which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord." I've said this in other posts. Don't fall for the deceptions, man. Again, this is not going to be a real long video because I've got the links to at least 4 pretty in-depth studies on what this stuff is. And so I'll post those links in the description. And I'm warning you, take heed to these videos and messages, man. If you're coming across this and you don't know who I am, and you think I'm some crazy ass dude that has a false prophet and apostasy, well, yeah, I've been called worse by better. But you need to look it up. Do the research. Study to show thyself approved. It's the honor of kings to search a matter out, and it's the glory of God to conceal a matter. Look this stuff up, man. Do the research.